If you have been struggling with retroactive jealousy for any period of time and you're feeling somewhat stuck, there's a very, very good chance that you're making certain big mistakes. Over the years, I've learned that retroactive jealousy sufferers make a lot of mistakes over and over again. And so in today's video, I want to talk about the top 5 mistakes that retroactive jealousy sufferers make. My name is Zachary Stockill, and since 2013, I've been working with men and women from all over the world, helping them overcome retroactive jealousy, helping them overcome obsessive jealousy and save their relationships. If you'd like more information about my work or you'd like to work with me one-on-one, please visit my website at retroactivejealousy.com. Before I get into today's video, someone told me recently, and a longtime viewer of my channel told me that they had no idea, even though they've been watching my channel for a long time, that I have all kinds of products and services available. So in addition to the hundreds of free videos that I put out on my YouTube channel, I also have a blog with hundreds of articles, and I've also put out several full-length online courses, books, guided meditation collections, and all the rest. So if you're struggling with retroactive jealousy and you're feeling like you want some extra help, you'd like to support my work and support this channel and give yourself the best possible chance for recovery, please click a link in the description of this video to learn more about all of my different products and services aimed at helping you overcome retroactive jealousy. And just in case you're new to the term retroactive jealousy refers to unwanted intrusive thoughts, often obsessive curiosity, and what I call mental movies about a partner's past relationships and/or sexual history. Okay, so the top 5 mistakes that retroactive jealousy sufferers make. By the way, in case it wasn't already clear, in case you don't know my story, I'm a retroactive jealousy survivor myself. I struggled with retroactive jealousy in my late teens and early 20s. A big reason why I know these are all mistakes is because I made all of them. And over the years, over 10 years of working on this issue and working with clients around the world, I've found that these are the most common mistakes that retroactive jealousy sufferers make. Mistake number 1 is asking their partner endless questions about their partner's past. If you are a retroactive jealousy sufferer, it's very, very likely that you've either done this at one point or another, or you've at least felt the pull to ask your partner a bunch of questions about often very granular details about their past dating experiences or their sexual history. The way this little weird issue of retroactive jealousy works is, on some level, when we ask our partner a question about their past, we're seeking closure, we're seeking clarity, we're seeking relief. We feel like if we can just get the answer to one more question and then maybe 2 more questions, 5 more questions, 10 more questions, 100 more questions, if we just get these answers, that'll give us the peace of mind that we're so desperately seeking. But unfortunately, with this issue of retroactive jealousy, it does not work like that. Let's say, best case scenario, you ask your partner a question about their past and you get an answer that makes you feel better. This answer will make you feel better for, I don't know, an hour, a day, maybe even a week. But at some point, more questions will come, and questions that might build on the answer that you received from your partner based on your initial question, and then more questions and on and on and on and on. It's the pathway to hell. So if you want to start beating retroactive jealousy as soon as possible, if you want to start getting some kind of relief as quickly as possible, I realize it can be very, very difficult, but I'm telling you, stop asking your partner questions about their past, stop asking for all kinds of granular details about the events in their past. Things will eventually improve. It's tough when you first start doing this, but it gets easier and easier over time when you realize you start feeling better bit by bit, the less questions, or hopefully you stop asking questions altogether. Relating to mistake number 1, mistake number 2 is not owning the solution. Many retroactive jealousy sufferers feel that their partner can solve this problem for them. If they just get a few more answers to questions about their past, or if they just get a little bit more reassurance, or sometimes if they do things sexually that their partner never did before, or all kinds of things. We feel like our partner can solve this problem for us. But my experience in my personal life, as well as 10 years of working on this issue with hundreds of clients around the world, have really taught me that the retroactive jealousy sufferer needs to totally own this problem for themselves before anything gets better. If you're waiting to take ownership of this problem, stop. If you're putting this problem on your partner to solve, stop. If you're delaying healing, if you're delaying taking action, stop. This problem only gets better once you take 100% ownership of it and start taking the steps to move forward. No one else can solve this problem except for you. Mistake number 3 is spending way too much time on dodgy open internet forums. You've probably done this, or maybe you've been compelled to do this at various moments during your struggle with retroactive jealousy, but maybe you've had these moments where you started Googling and you found some open chat forum or some creepy open Facebook group or whatever, some random internet discussion board. You start looking for answers, or maybe you post a question of your own. And all of a sudden you're bombarded by all kinds of really confusing, scattershot, and sometimes often really vindictive and kind of nasty feedback from other people. The sad truth is retroactive jealousy is a very, very underknown or relatively unknown issue, I should say. Most of the people in the world have never even heard the term retroactive jealousy. And when you tell people about your feelings, you may get all kinds of judgment and people having all these weird ideas about who you are, and they call you a misogynist maybe if you're a man struggling with this. And you may face all kinds of nasty accusations. But beyond all that, beyond the sheer nastiness that we get treated with as retroactive jealousy sufferers, a lot of people just don't understand this issue and they don't know how to heal. And they'll give you all kinds of really confusing advice that's probably going to delay your progress indefinitely. And I can relate to this one as well. Back when I was struggling with this issue myself, I'd Google and I'd spend time in these dodgy open internet forums. And, sometimes I'd get some helpful advice. I have to admit that. Sometimes I'd get some advice that would be good, but a lot of it was absolute nonsense. And a lot of it actually made me feel worse and actually delayed my healing. So be careful you're not spending too much time in dodgy, unhelpful internet forums. Mistake number 4 is somewhat related to mistake number 3. And that is spending time stalking your partner's past on social media. I definitely did this way back in the day, in kind of an early version of Facebook that I was on, but I know many retroactive jealousy sufferers do this, where they'll go through their partner's entire Facebook timeline, post by post, picture by picture, or they'll go through their entire Twitter feed or their entire Instagram feed or TikTok or whatever. They'll stalk their partner's entire past on social media, looking for details, looking for clues, and that'll send them down other rabbit holes where they're stalking their partner's friends on these platforms and who's that guy and who's she with in that picture and who's that woman and all these things. Needless to say, this is not a good use of your time. This is probably going to give you, again, some bad information. Sometimes things aren't really what they look like based on a picture on social media. And social media in general, I have complicated feelings about. My general feeling about social media is the less time spent on there, the better. And you need to use it strategically rather than letting it use you. And when you get locked down stalking all these random avenues relating to your partner's past, to my mind, that's an example of social media using you rather than you using social media. So be careful about spending too much time on social media. And above all else, do not be stalking your partner's past on social media. Mistake number 5 is probably the biggest one. Mistake number 5 is giving up hope. Feeling like retroactive jealousy is just one. Feeling like you're destined to live with this problem for the rest of your life. Feeling like no one understands and you're just going to be, have to maybe spend the rest of your life alone. Or at the very least, retroactive jealousy is always going to be kind of a cloud hovering over you and your relationship. If you don't believe me and my story, that's okay. You can look around the internet. You can look at all kinds of success stories on my website. You can find an army, a small army of people like me who have put this problem behind them. So don't give up hope. You can and you will overcome retroactive jealousy with enough patience, persistence, and taking the right action. You don't have to let this problem define you. You don't have to let this problem swallow you up. And you certainly shouldn't let this problem take away your hope. There is hope for people like you. And if you take the steps that we know work, you're absolutely going to overcome retroactive jealousy and leave this problem behind for good. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you got anything out of this video today, please take a minute to let me know by clicking the like button below. I would also ask you to please leave a comment, tell me your thoughts, and while you're at it, please be sure you are subscribed to my channel as well to be notified of new videos moving forward. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.